These are the 5 easiest and best Minecraft Bedrock 1.21 farms. Each farm will have its own advantage, and we'll go over several ways to gain a lot of resource and XP very quickly. I will link each tutorial in the description so that you can follow along step by step. I recommend watching this entire video so you don't miss out on any of these farms. Let's begin. Alright guys, so for this first farm, it's going to be an AFK Fish Farm. This is a must-have in any beginner world. Look how simple it is to build. You're going to gain a bunch of XP. You can even get books. You're going to be able to get a bunch of fish, and it's simply infinite resource. If we come in the back here, all we got to do is place a fish in a bucket, preferably just a couple, so I'll put 2 or 3 in there. Then I'm going to come behind my build right here, and then I'm just going to cast my fishing rod in a precise location. Once I do that, that trapdoor is going to go up because that fishing bobber is now stepping on that plate. And then once I collect the fish, I could just retract, and then the fish automatically goes in. What's nice about this is it doesn't matter how long I take to retract the fishing rod, because no matter how long I take, whether it's 10 seconds, a minute, fish will still be collected because of the way it's simulating the fishing rod. So if you set up a basic auto-clicker system right over here, if you just keep auto-clicking, set it at an interval of 15 to 20 seconds, you could just automatically fish every time, and then once you automatically get the fish, you could just set it for right-click on your auto-clicker, and then you will just be able to cast it, and just like that, infinite XP and infinite fish. You'll get a bunch of treasure, and it will be super easy for you to do. And if it's raining outside, you'll get a little bit faster fishing rates. So I have a full tutorial on this farm, guys, so if you want to build this farm, check it out in the description. Another easy farm that you're going to want to build in your world is infinite Bonemeal farms. There are a ton of infinite Bonemeal farms, but this one primarily is absolutely insane. So on both sides, we have kelp going across, and this is known as a zero-tick farm. And when these levers get flicked, that sand gets simulated, and it moves back and forth, as you can see over there. And then it will look just like this, and it will produce infinite kelp, and all that infinite kelp is going to go into the composters. I'm going to leave this on for, let's say, 10 or so seconds while I explain some more stuff, just to show you how much loot you get. I have 2 videos on my channel. You can build the single version that looks just like this, or you can build the dual version. The dual version looks like that. There's 2, kind of like you see over here. I do have a bunch of Bonemeal farms on my channel, so I'll link all those in the description. But now that that's been running just for a little bit, we already have 18 Bonemeal, guys. So you'll no longer need infinite skeleton farms. You don't have to worry about mob XP farms. This farm is going to do everything you need. And if you're wondering about the precise mechanics, it's very simple. So zero tick, right? We have a zero tick signal. It comes from this clock system, and then it wraps around over here. It inverts the redstone signal to the top. That way the normal pistons at the top are not extended when the clock is off. And when the clock is on, both the bottom and the top get pushed forward. So the sticky pistons and pistons are both moving simultaneously. This causes the sand to basically fall over and over. So if I show you, as you can see right there, that sand is going down, and then it's kind of recovering. And then we have sand in front, just like that. And it doesn't fall because we have blocks below it, just like that. So we have sand in front of it. And basically, this is what it looks like. We have sand above and then the sand below. And basically, from that alone, it triggers the kelp to rapidly grow. And we could use this to our advantage. So that's why we funnel into composters, and we get a bunch of Bonemeal. So guys, if you want to build this, go ahead and check it out in the description. I think this is a must-have build. A lot of people don't know about this farm, so watching this video, now you do. And you don't just have to use composters, by the way, guys. You can use so many different concepts. Look at this. We can funnel this into a piston system. We could put bamboo there. Same thing over here. We could put sugarcane here. Bunch of different prototypes just to show you. You could do a 2x2 system. You have all these over here. You can use smoker's chest. It doesn't matter. You can even auto-craft bamboo. So we have bamboo over here. And as you can see, this is a little bit more complex, but you have the auto-crafter, and then it goes in and it creates not only Bonemeal, but it creates infinite wood. So there is just so many opportunities you can do with zero-tick farm. So if you guys want to build it, like I said, in the description. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, let's move on to the next farm. All right, guys, so this third farm is literally a must-have in every world. The first thing most people do in most of their worlds is they find a ravine, a cave system, and then they start mining for maybe iron, diamond, maybe lapis. You get a bunch of ores early off the bat, so you can progress in your world. Now, while mining, most of you will come across spawners fairly quickly, and we can use these spawners to make a simple farm. So if we go up here just to show you, this is a basic spawner farm. You don't have to do any work at all. All you have to do is mine design out a perimeter around it, and then you kind of have to know what to do down here. I have a bunch of videos on my channel on how to use these guys, and I recommend you follow along and you build one. This is going to get you infinite XP in your world right off the bat. You don't have to do anything. You just got to find a spawner, and it works for zombies. It works for spiders, skeletons. I have a tutorial on each one, and you'll basically be able to get all the loot down here. This right here is a T-flop system, so when I push that, it goes back, and when I push it again, it goes forward. But basically, you could set this up so that way you can auto kill them over here, or you could auto kill them with a campfire. So just to show you on this top layer right here, this is the full system. So if I push that, the water gets retracted. I push that again, that gets pulled back, and then now the mobs will drop down into the campfire. So like I said, guys, this is a must-have in any beginner world. You're gonna come across a spawner, whether it's on purpose or on accident, within an hour or two of playing your world. I guarantee it. And most people will just break the spawner, but that's just not a good idea, because you could just turn this right into a farm. And this takes max probably 10 minutes to build. So if you guys want to check this out, it's gonna be in the description. Let's move on. All right, guys, so for farm number 4, this is also a must-have. This is known as a super smelter. When we flick this lever, all of those blast furnaces are going to move around very quickly. And not only are we moving one row, but we're moving 2. This is going to allow you to smelt things super fast. Sometimes you'll notice maybe you have 4, 5, 6, 7 furnaces all around you. That's just not the way to do it. This is just a much better system, and you're going to be able to efficiently smelt everything. I believe this can smelt up to 3 stacks in less than a minute and 45 seconds. Sometimes it can go a little bit faster. It just depends on your world. So if we come over here, this is just the like cleaner version that I built for you guys. If we grab like a bunch of fuels, so let's just grab some coal blocks, just a bunch of them. And then all we got to do is dump the coal blocks in here just like that. And in order not to waste it, just go ahead and flick the lever up. And then this one's a little bit slower than that one, by the way. So I do have 2 versions of these, but the one in my tutorial is a bit faster. But basically, this is going to get moved around, and the fuel is going to be spread across all these blast furnaces. Then what will happen over time is we'll get all of our loot, and it will come down here. So I have a full video on this if you want to build it, but this is just the general rundown of what everything looks like, just to show you that's the bottom piston. But we flick that lever, and then everything on the sides over here gets extended, and then it all works. So if you guys want to build this super smelter, I recommend you build it. Super simple, link in the description. All right, guys, and for the final farm showcase, I'm going to be showing you not only an iron farm, but this is an iron farm trade hall. This is relatively pretty simple, and I think within a week of having your world, you should be able to build this, if not within a few days of starting. So as you can see here, we have a trade hall in here. So basically all these villagers can be traded with, and we can also discount each of these villagers. I do explain that in the tutorial, but if you're curious on how this works, let me actually just fix that. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of iron. Did you see that? But basically what happens is all these villagers over here, they're working in their workstations, and then we have our beds back here. So they keep working and working, and then all the iron golems will spawn up here. So I think this is one of my most successful recent videos. It has over 13,000 views, 400 likes on the video. Thank you to all of you. But it's a very successful build, and I think it's awesome in your world if you can build it. You're gonna get a bunch of iron, you're gonna get a bunch of resources. So if you want to see the farm in action, if you want to build the farm, want to see how it works, go ahead and check it out in the description, guys. But yeah, guys, that was 5 easy farms. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you want the full breakdown of how each farm works and a step-by-step tutorial, those 5 easy farms will be in the description. If you guys have any questions, jot it down in the comment section below. Join our Discord server to become a part of an everlasting Mending community today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot. We're reaching for 14K. And as always, bye-bye.
I don't listen to the haters, man, I treat them like the enemy. Had a couple traitors, man, but now they know the penalty.